Hi, I'm Sarah Schreiber. I'm a senior staff attorney.
Hi, I'm Lana Kleiman, the Executive Director of Charleston Legal Access. Charleston Legal Access is South Carolina's first and only sliding-scale nonprofit law firm. Our mission is to expand access and legal services in the Low Country. We provide affordable and quality legal services to those who do not qualify for legal aid, but cannot afford a private attorney. Many people do not qualify for legal aid because they make too much money. The cutoff for legal aid is 125% of the federal poverty line. For a family of 4, to qualify for legal aid, they have to make less than $37,500. Now imagine trying to raise a family in Charleston on $37,000. Now you're faced with a legal emergency, such as a custody dispute or an eviction. You cannot afford the services of a good private attorney, yet you do not qualify for legal aid because you make too much money. That is why Charleston Legal Access exists. We bridge the gap between legal aid and the private bar. We serve those in the middle, the working class, who, before Charleston Legal Access, had nowhere to turn to for help.
And in addition to our kind of bread and butter sliding scale legal services, we also take on larger scale access to justice issues. So, for example, we are spearheading the expansion of housing court into Berkeley and Dorchester counties. And in those instances, we're providing free legal services, again, based on your income and household size. For many individuals, having a legal issue is unavoidable. Things like custody disputes, eviction. It's not always an affirmative legal action that you're bringing. And for those people where it is unavoidable, many of them fall into this gap in the legal system where they don't make enough money to hire a private attorney, but they cannot qualify for free legal services. So that's where CLA steps in.
We know that individuals who have access to an attorney do far better than those without, regardless of the merits of the case. Our justice system is complicated, and for individuals and families who have to face the system on their own, they are at risk at losing everything. At CLA, we partner with community organizations for referrals and to ensure that their clients know that there is a place that will provide quality and affordable legal services. In 2021, we started a partnership with Halos to provide legal services to kinship care providers seeking custody of the children that they were taking care of.
So early last year, Halos reached out with a couple who had approached them at a bit of a loss. They had recently taken in 2 teenage nephews of theirs after the boys' parents had passed away. They reached out to Halos. They had essentially gotten a call from the hospital that said, come pick up these boys. And since that time, the boys had been living with them as a part of their family. But when they left the hospital, they weren't given any sort of documentation, any legal papers saying that they could do things like enroll the boys in school or get them on their health insurance. So they weren't sure what to do, where to turn. They reached out to other attorneys who either they couldn't afford or weren't able to assist them. So through Halos, they reached out to us. I was able to meet the Normans and talk them through the issue. And ultimately, the Normans were granted permanent custody of the 2 boys and are able to care for them, sign them up for school, and also have them as a permanent part of their family. When the boys had come to their home, it hadn't been the easiest childhood. They were living motel to motel. There had been drug use in the family, and so the Normans also wanted to be able to provide them a permanent and stable place, and that's what we were able to do.
Because of CLA, the Normans now have custody of these boys and are providing a safe and stable home for them, which they never had before.
You're talking some of the directors at DSS who was upset when they original 2 people in Orangeburg for DSS. They recommended Halos, and Halo recommended you guys, and it's just been a blessing for us to have y'all. Social Security, may I say, did a great job for us, helping us out and give us the data information we needed. But our blessing comes when the ladies told us about Halo and the Halo and introduced you guys. Sarah was great. She did a great job for us because it's well worth the effort, the long-termness, because without you guys, those boys wouldn't have a chance. They'd still be shuffling around through DSS or whatever. But our true blessing was definitely Charleston Legal Access and Halos through this whole process.
We rely on our community and legal partners like you to ensure that we can provide quality legal services to people like the Normans.
It is thanks to partners like you that we are able to keep our fees low and ensure that everyone who needs access to an attorney can afford one. We look forward to working with all of you to expand access to justice and ensure that wealth does not determine who has access to our justice system.